Glory to Jesus. Yesterday we celebrated the solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And today we are celebrating the memorial of the Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary. You know, like yesterday when I was talking about the heart of Jesus, I began by trying to explain to you the symbol of the heart of Jesus, what it was, or what it is, especially that, you know, it relates to love. And I recall that yesterday I mentioned that same symbol being used by those who express love, and I mentioned particularly Valentine. So if you have Valentine card, you see how the heart is used as a symbol for love. But that of Jesus, I mentioned to you, that is pierced because Jesus' heart was broken. True love, for love, and in love. Today also we have another heart, and that is the heart of Mary. It is called the Immaculate Heart. I will celebrate. The same image of the heart is always used because it always expresses love. It is the love that Mary had for us. Like I mentioned about the Sacred Heart yesterday, this is also not just a mere representation of an organ, the organ of the heart. No. It talks about the entire personality of Mary herself, how she was immaculate. Immaculate meaning spotless or sinless. In fact, you will understand that someone who had the privilege of having the Holy Spirit dwell within her and powerfully conceiving a child through the power of the Holy Spirit has to be holy. So Mary was immaculate, was spotless, uncontaminated child of God. So that's what we celebrate today. We celebrate her being immaculate, being holy, especially in her life and her attitude and the love that she expresses towards us through her being immaculate. If you look at, you know, the reading we had today, particularly the gospel reading, when I chose it for this year's celebration, it had to do with when they went to the feast in Jerusalem, the feast of Passover, and they used to go every year. But this particular year, when Jesus was 12 years old, they went. And they had thought that Jesus was with their acquaintances and their friends, you know, family members. That's how simple Mary can be, how trusted she can be, how immaculate she can be. That she allowed Jesus, you know, to be free because she had a free mind. But of course, when she realized that Jesus was not with the group of their families, after the whole day's journey, they had to go back to Jerusalem to look for him. And then we see the expression of Mary's being immaculate in her encounter with Jesus. When she eventually met Jesus, several mothers would not take what Jesus said. But Mary constantly had to learn from Jesus. She realized who Jesus was. When she met Jesus with Joseph, they met Jesus. Mary was the one that spoke. Said to Jesus, "What have you done to us, son? Your father and I have been looking for you." And Jesus said to her, Why have you been looking for me? Why have you been looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house? You know, this statement from Jesus says a lot about the relationship that he had with Mary. Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house? Are you not supposed to know? Which means Jesus knew that Mary knew him so well. He expected Mary to know that he was in the temple That's why he made to know that it was his father's house. He says that this statement implies that if Jesus was not doing anything else, he would be in his father's house. Jesus was not found to be among other people. The next place that Jesus will be found to be in his father's house. It shows that Jesus did not have time for things that were not related to God. If you didn't find me, why are you looking for me? Don't you know where to find me? Which means he had the custom, the tradition of being in his father's house. Which means the parents knew before then that it was always his father's house. Because if they did not know and they did not do such things in their presence before, he would not just begin to be in his father's house that day. He must have been always in his father's house for him to tell the mother, you did not know that I will be in my father's house. He didn't just start being in his father's house that day. He didn't start doing God's business that day. And again, you see so many things that happened in Mary's life with Jesus would reveal such things. That Mary had a deeper knowledge of the personality of Jesus than we ordinarily do have, that other people did have. That Mary had a deeper understanding of Jesus' personality. Mary knew Jesus well. Jesus knew that Mary knew him well. That's why he said, did you not know that I'll be in my father's house? Because he expected her to know, because she knew him so well. Mary wouldn't know Jesus if her heart was not immaculate. Because she had an immaculate heart, because she was sinless, because she was spotless, because she was not contaminated. That was why she had the ability of knowing the Son of God, the way Jesus expected her to know him. You see, for instance, the right reason is not taking this here about the wedding feast at Cana when he came to Jesus, because she knew Jesus and what Jesus could do. That's why she said, "There is no wine." There is no wine. That's what she said. She didn't say, "Give them wine," or "Come and change water." She just said, "There is no wine," because she knew who her son was. Once I say this, I know he will certainly do something about it. And the most very important part about the whole thing is, after she said this, we are told they did not understand the saying which he spoke to them. They didn't understand. Even though Jesus expected them to understand, they did not understand. So they were still learning from Jesus. Remember, Jesus had a very unique personality. He is God and he is man. And so they knew him from home that this was the kind of person that Jesus was. So what did he do? He got up, followed them, went to Nazareth, and was obedient to them. So much lesson we can learn from this particular text. He was obedient to them. He went with them. Despite the fact that he is God, he knew much more than they did. He was obedient to them. It's a lesson we need to know and learn. And his mother kept all these things in her mind. What else would she do? And she kept having all these things in her mind over and over and over again. Right from the time Jesus was presented in the temple, we are told she had these things in her mind. It is said to her by Simeon about Jesus. And they saw the pierce to your own soul also. That's why even the Immaculate Heart itself is pierced, broken heart. They saw the pierce to your own soul also. So she kept all these things in her heart. Jesus was her son, and she didn't really have plenty of Jesus and his company and warmth when Jesus was there, started his ministry. We recall in Matthew chapter 12, when he came seeking Jesus in verse 47, and then people went to verse 48, 49 to tell Jesus that your mother and your brothers are looking for you. What did he say in verse 50? Jesus said to them, who are my mother and my brothers? These, pointing to his disciples. Whoever does the will of God is my mother and my father. She pondered all these things in her heart. And she did not take any offense. That's why Mary's heart was immaculate. And today we have a very special devotion to that Immaculate Heart of Mary. She is spotless. And we believe that at her intercession, because of her purity and closeness to her Son, that God will answer our prayers. That's what we celebrate today, her Immaculate Heart. So we, on this special day, ask our Blessed Mother, who went through all this and yet did not take any offense, remained immaculate, remained sinless, remained spotless, remained uncontaminated, to intercede for us, to pray for us all. Particularly at this time, the pandemic times, when we all seek the face of God, that Mary will intercede for all of us. Drive away sickness and diseases from our families, from our country, and from our world. Grant healing to all those who have been infected. Grant protection to all those who take care of the sick ones. And bring this world to a sickness-free state, that all of us who truly serve God will be happy all the days of our lives. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.